If you've ever wondered what Gangnam Style sounds like as an instrumental, well, look no further because today we are going to find out together. My name is Sohum and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be giving a first time reaction to the instrumental group Aston Music. We'll start off with their Monster Symphony cover of Lady Gaga, then jump into their cover of Gangnam Style by Psy. I mean, never in a million years would I have thought I was going to react to anything related to Gangnam Style on this channel, but I guess never say never. And, that song, I believe it was the literal first YouTube video ever to garner 1 billion views. So it has a very special place in the hearts of so many of us long-standing YouTube fans, and it became such a ubiquitous trend, the Gangnam Style dance. I mean, everybody knew about it of all age brackets. I mean, it was a great equalizer, but nowadays on the internet there are just too many memes, too many trends to do that level of unison. I think the biggest thing now was that scandal at the Coldplay concert. If you know what I'm talking about, then there you go. But I'm excited to find out what Aston Music are all about, and that is all thanks to the donation request from Heather the Considerate. So thank you very much, Heather. It is much, much appreciated. And Heather dedicated this to all of the music teachers that she's had that have nurtured her love of all things musical. I've had my fair share of amazing music teachers. A few have been a little antagonistic, all in all, but I mean, that's the case with almost anything. There's always a few bad apples here and there, but 95% of all of my music teachers ever have just been phenomenal humans, really pushing my love for music further. Anyways, I'm excited to find out what this is all about, so let's jump in. And I was trying to find them on Spotify. Does not look like they're active anymore. Romance. Wow. Oh my gosh, I can hear her voice embedded in the melody. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. Wow. In the keys you hear it, in the strings you hear it. Love, 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 I want your We're near that romance. Dude, it sounds amazing. The thing is, though, I don't think I, as Sohum, will ever be able to divorce the melody of Lady Gaga singing the song Bad Romance from any cover that I'll ever hear now. Because when Lady Gaga sings, she adds with it so much character. Her voice is just instantly memorable, and all the vocal stylings that she employs are all very Lady Gaga. So as I'm listening to this now, my mind is just inserting all of the moments where Lady Gaga sings and adds a bit of a intriguing vocal element. That said, because that's only possible because of how well orchestrated this arrangement is, every part of the melody is accounted for with this. It almost feels like a different song in that way. It's very well done. That's not good. What happened to my mans? Oh no. Oh, which song is this? We are da 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 da. This is, I think, my favorite Lady Gaga song, Poker Face. Oh wait, no. Which one is this? Paparazzi? Yeah, Paparazzi's my favorite. Da 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 da. I love the melody so much, and this part is so perfect for brightening up. This is like musical ear candy, you know? Oh, the arpeggios! Oh. Okay. I'm down for that. And you hear the choir now in the back. Now where are we at? It seems like we oh, what is this one called? I forget the name of this one, but I know this one. These two are going through a lot. Yeah, these two, they're going through a lot right now. Oh, wow. The video's wild. Oh, which one is this now? She's got both hands in her pockets. Yeah, but it's like a ballad version. What song is this called? Like, this is low-key a trip through memory lane because I'm having to recall all of the songs of Lady Gaga's that I heard so many years ago, and occasionally I'll listen to them again, but it only really appears in my shuffle. But now, this version with the strings, with this bright piano, even slowing down the tempo, it kind of changes the song for me in a way that I can't just easily grab the memories of listening to Lady Gaga from my past. There's a bit of active recall I have to do right now. Alejandro, yeah. Roberto. lends itself perfectly for strings. Yeah, really smart. Oh. This has been such a journey. How many times is she gonna cry over him? And who is this man? I've like completely escaped having to discuss the music video because of just my focus on the music, but really, like, what is going on in this video? Dude, that was slick. That song is called too. Oh. Dude, who is this man? So creepy. That song, Judah, Judah, Judas, Judas. I forget what it's called. It might literally just be called Judas. Bro. How epic. And I love how everything was perfectly strung together with all of these songs in a seamless manner where you can kind of tell the moments where the transition is going to happen. But the thing is, the payoff of it happening is that much more rewarding than the fact that I can predict in the moment when something is going to change. And that's for the instances where I can predict the change. In the other moments where it's unpredictable and I'm having to kind of search in real time for that melody in my brain, it is so enjoyable because even if I don't get there and find that answer, the melody still sounds good and it still has that Lady Gaga flair. And I don't even know if there's a good way to characterize the melodies of Lady Gaga and even the rhythmic patterns that kind of characterize her, I guess, her style for songwriting. But when you listen to all of this, and for all of the Lady Gaga songs I know, I can just hear her voice in everything. Even if I can't quite place the lyrics or even the song title, it has her fingerprints all over it. And that just goes to show you that some melodies that are that iconic can stand the test of time and still echo the memory of that artist. Now, of course, Lady Gaga is still around doing her thing, like with all of her new adventures with like Bradley Cooper, for example. I'm sure there's even more that I'm not even privy to. But Lady Gaga has always been one of those artists to me that was a standout performer. And nowadays, I don't hear her name talked about as much. But for me, she was one of the formative, maybe like pop artists that I really listened to when I started discovering just music in general. So this was an amazing blast from the past, super skilled musicians, amazing composition, and whoever scripted this video definitely knew how to grab attention, that's for sure. But now, we've all been waiting for it. Let's check out their cover of Gangnam Style. Classical cover. Oh boy. They're gonna be doing the dance the whole time. Dude, hearing this melody again, but in this format, it is so like uncanny valley for me. I don't even know how to describe it. It's very low and rumbling and sits in my soul in I'm like in a very curious mental state right now, but also like slightly queasy. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, brightening up there works. That Opum Gangnam Style in the lows of the keys. I might have chosen something that was a little brighter in terms of its pitch, but that hit never gets old. Wait, let's hear it again. It's almost like a war drum. I just love the sections where it brightens up so much because somehow this arrangement has found itself in a very, I would say, mid to like low frequency range, which is not at all what I was expecting, because when I think of Gangnam Style, I think of very bright and bubbly, and that like that part would be the, I guess, murkier sound, but you could still brighten it up. I think for me, that's what this cover could use, is a little bit more brightness or even clarity in some of the instruments. But yeah, I mean, the fact that we're even here is saying something. Me trying to put on my editor hat for Gangnam Style. the pizzicato. Yeah, see, I can get behind this. Oh, whoa. Creepy slide up. Nice. That's super wholesome. And reminds me that I also want to go to the beach. Anyways, wow. That may take a little bit for me to like mentally recover from hearing Gangnam Style, period, because that song just flashes me back to an interesting time. Nothing bad or good, just Gangnam Style, man. What an iconic piece of music. I mean, if it's not already like in the Library of Congress, I believe it should be, just for its impact on the internet, on YouTube, on music in general. The way that song spread like wildfire, I feel like everybody in every strata of existence knew about that song. It just reached this critical mass so quickly. It was destined to become as big as it did, and you know, we're still talking about it, I guess, even till this day now in the year 2025. That said, I will give you my honest feedback. I think I almost like there's one or two levels above that I preferred the Lady Gaga cover to the Psy cover. Now, I haven't really listened to much Psy outside of Gangnam Style, in all fairness, but I feel like the melody, the arrangement for the Lady Gaga cover was still more true and brought out more emotion from the Lady Gaga tunes than the equivalent from Gangnam Style. Now, of course, the emotions that you're trying to bring out of Gangnam Style are, you know, quantitatively and qualitatively different from what you may expect from Lady Gaga, right? Gangnam Style is a very happy-go-lucky dance kind of song that just gets everybody moving. So when you attempt to do it in a classical kind of cover, I think you're already running up against a pretty steep hill, in my opinion. And I think the biggest, I guess, misstep, this is just all my opinion, biggest misstep would be to not brighten that Oppa Gangnam Style hook. That part should be the brightest, it should be the most clear in the mix, and let that hook actually do its thing, serve its purpose, rather than be sort of a stepping stone between the other sections. Now, that said, I think everything that I heard in each of the sections actually worked remarkably well, but I feel like the transitions between them could have, I think, given us a little bit more. But actually, by the end, I was actually impressed by the pizzicato and the slight modifications in the melody that felt like we brightened up the entire track. So by the end of that cover, I was actually enjoying it a little bit more past what I enjoyed in the novelty kind of a sense. But yeah, I think Lady Gaga, that cover was here, and I think the Psy classical cover was around here, probably like 5 out of 10, that kind of range. But let me know what you guys think about these two covers, about Aston music, in the comment section down below. As always, it is much appreciated for you to, like the video, comment, so show some love. But in any case, I just hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.